Gucci motherfuckers, hello, it is your favorite digital / black J77, aka the Jays of 77, and I am doing a new series that is not League or Overwatch or some generic really popular game at the time. This is a game that I relatively enjoy at most times. Dark Souls 3.
Yes, indeed. It is called Lothric.
Nice. So I have a new mic. Not sure if that's obvious.
Of the Lords of Cinder converge.
Oh no.
In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words.
So I'm going to be doing a playthrough of this series.
Fire fades.
Oh no, not the fire.
And the lords go without thrones.
Fuck no. No, friend! Oh, friend dead. Good night, friend. He didn't deserve it.
When the link of fire is threatened,
just watching this gives me a giddy inside. So we're doing a playthrough of this game,
unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves.
Ooh. And what we're going to be doing is Dark Souls 3, then Dark Souls 1, probably then Dark Souls 2.
Aldrich, Saint of the Deep.
Probably not going to happen before the remaster comes out, but 1 and 3 will be done before the remaster. I'm really looking forward to the remaster of 3, or 1.
The Abyss Watchers.
Ooh, look at them! So excited to beat them.
And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yon the giant.
Oh, look at that. Oh, baby. Oh. God, he's so cool.
Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise.
God, everything in this series is so spot on.
Accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder.
Most people don't realize that that is the Soul of Cinder.
It is.
It's like the actual end of the game boss right there. Whew, just watching that made me excited. Okay. Explanation time. 1, I have a new microphone. You're welcome. It is much more sensitive, but honestly a lot better. 2, my computer is not fixed. I think. I'm not sure. I have no idea. Call him Jays of 77. Alright. So, context. We will be doing a playthrough of this game. I have mentioned this. Time and time again I have mentioned this. We'll be doing a very strange run-through. Now, I have played through, and I mean this, I have played through Dark Souls 3 around 12 times, including New Game Plus. A base run-through of this game is not really hard for me, but there is still enjoyment in watching me tackle these bosses, as I do not cheese and I do not use overly complicated strategies. So people who want to watch my videos to get into Dark Souls can watch them. I started out as a complete noob with Dark Souls 2, but I didn't do it to completion my first playthrough on Dark Souls 2. I actually waited till 3 came out, and then I got 3, because I just couldn't figure 2 out the way I wanted to. And then I got this one. And then I completed 3, and from 3 I have actually built a basis of skills that I've used since. Now, I could be a cheese lord and go deprived, but that is not the point of this series. Deprived is, if you are a veteran, most likely the best class to have, but we will not be doing it. We will be doing mercenary. Now, the reason mercenary, in my opinion, is one of the best classes is because the weapons you start with, the spell-thief sword, is one of the best PvE items in the entire game, hands down. And also along those lines, I would say a life ring is probably a really, really great just item to start with. No, there's presets. Back. One sec. Build. Oh, back. Oh, right. Okay, I have to go here. I was like, I feel like I have so many favorites. Alright, yeah, so you see all my characters here. My first one, second playthrough, all the way through my third. We're going to be playing... Oh. Be playing basically Sasuke. I mean, let's be honest, this is basically what I was going for with the eyes. And then that'll be all. It's gonna be all we change. I played this game through enough times. These are my normal presets. I normally just change hair and stuff like that. But I want to do a series on this channel that is not a traditional one that I normally would do. And then, of course, oh wait, there's one thing we gotta do. Alright, cool, let's make sure. It's gotta have that overly shredded 6-pack, you know what I mean? Let's get started. So, I'm gonna be doing a very detailed run through of this game, and that can get pretty boring at times. There are definitely parts of this game that have... Oh, bell's ringing for us to wake up. That have overly... not really grindy sections, but sections that require you to do a full completion of, like you have to go to every area. And for first-time players, it's really cool, but also really scary because you don't know what's in these areas. But I will be doing, I mean, there will be no secrets really kept, besides maybe a couple of cheese, weird spots, but I know every area. I will complete every quest line to the best of my ability, and we will not be doing the traditional ending. So the traditional ending for a lot of people is the Lord of Hollows ending, and I despise that ending. And the reason I despise it is because I feel like it's a lot of work, but really not that gratifying of an ending to this little series. I think it's a great ending for your character. But my favorite ending is actually the true ending, which is where we envelop the world in dark. And that is easily one of my favorite endings to a game, because you don't do it out of malicious intent. You do it because at the end of the day the world is, it's on its last legs. It's, it's time for a new one to rise up. Ooh, cleric time. Nice. I don't actually ever think I've gotten one of those before. No. Which is perfect. Actually, I'm gonna, real quick, this is probably for me more than you guys. Where is... Am I dumb? Missing it? Yeah, sound effects. There we go. Honestly, if I could just turn down backstab sound effects, that would be perfect. So, that was really slick, what I just did right there. Honestly, it was completely on accident. So this is why this weapon is so good. So watch this right here. That allows twice as, two times more damage. Basically, it does stack damage. But also, these are one of the few weapons that you can use enchantments on. Enchantments, miracles, stuff like that. So what we're gonna build is we're gonna have a faith dexterity build. Now, do not. Oof, that was fast and evil. Oof, I am rusty. God, if I die, I'm gonna. Oh, that wasn't telegraphed. There we go. I remember you doing less damage before. Here, buddy. This is called a visceral attack, and honestly, these are like your best friend through a majority of the game. He's dead. Yep. Let's finish you off with a visceral, shall we? Sloppy start, good ending. Good ending to a sloppy start. Alright. So, the main reason you kill this particular creature, and honestly, I would suggest that if you're not at very least an adept-ish player, not to even attempt this guy until you have leveled up once. You know, like one round of leveling up. And if you want to honestly follow along with kind of what I do, kind of my path, my build, you can. I wouldn't suggest it because I would suggest it, I take it back, I would suggest it if you were a PvP-orientated player. If you were hoping to get a PvP move, skill set and knowledge from me, that is not a good idea. I PvP post-finishing about New Game Plus 2, about the second time through with New Game Plus. Because then I have enough points and enough stuff in general to... We're gonna point down, wave, jump and jump. There it is. Place that with the rest. That has nothing to do with anything. I just love doing it. So. Thought I could sidestep you. Alright. Shield out for this because I don't know how this is gonna go. So, don't worry about taking shots at this particular part. I'm kind of being sloppy and just running through. But another really great thing about the shield I currently have is this. So, let's see, can I get it? No. No, I can't. Probably not the best to also use these guys as my parry. I'm atrocious at parrying. Okay, we're not gonna bother. So, if you are, the action of parrying, where then you get a visceral attack in, be my guest. I'm great at PvP, parrying. I've basically had to become good at it. Oh, come on, damn. But traditional PvE parrying, there's only 2 people in this entire game that I even can parry, let alone attempt to. And ironically, one of them is the tutorial boss, the other is the champion gun gear version. And that's sadly it. But you know what? It is an essential. It's essential if you are a speedrunner or someone who, if you can parry really well, honestly, I suggest you do. It's a really, really good skill. I am more of a, kind of just have two-handed weapon, going in, being reckless, doing dim stuff. So I am going to show you a really easy and quick way to kind of cheese this boss, per se, but not necessarily. So for those who played this game, nope, doesn't matter. Those who've cheesed this game will know why. So, an intimidating factor for the first boss is this particular boss, the second stage, which when we get to it, I'll start talking about it then. But long story short, the second stage in lore is basically the pus of man, and it is very susceptible to fire. That's kind of its big crutch. So let's... You can attack him before he's ready. See, you get a lot of damage off already. Okay, let's see if I can't get a parry in. It's been a while, so... Nope. Alright, we're gonna not parry. It's embarrassing for everybody at this point. So see the stuff coming out of his back? That is what I'm referring to. It is super weak to fire. Now, Index Gundyr himself isn't. So this normally gets a lot of players. This is... So a lot of people don't realize that it actually is so weak that just with the fire bombs you have, you can finish them off. So there's actually no need, and you're not really going to need these fire bombs really any other time in the next kind of parts. But a lot of people don't realize that you can just spam the fire bombs and get the fight over with a lot faster. That particular form of him is super, super susceptible to it. And so yeah, honestly it's a tip that not a lot of people take advantage of, and I feel like more people should. That's why I'm kind of doing this. So I know it seems like a tutorial series and kind of not like the normal joking around stuff that I normally do. There'll be a PSA at the beginning of this video talking about kind of in general the next League video. So actually I'm doing this one because League video is going to be a little late this week, and I do want to get something out, and now that I have a mic again, I feel like I can get stuff out. I can finally get videos out that are solo, that are not, you know, with friends, just so there's, you know, audio to hear, and that's pretty much what I'm going for. Let's do once. Oh, I saw that and basically refused to dodge it. So, I am going to have a lot of inside knowledge of, like, weird things that aren't going to seem like natural responses to the area. And this will be relatively unedited, except for, you know, maybe, like, funny music and stuff partway through. But I am going to show you guys a couple of things that maybe people who haven't really been, you know, gotten into this particular game would know. And the stuff that I feel like is incredibly valuable to know. Okay, so we are going a dexterity build, and I'm going to show you if you don't like the weapon I'm using. So if you don't like the spell feats, you feel like you're, you know, you prefer to have a block animation, or you prefer to have something that works better with the shield, because this is kind of meant to be paired. It has a very generic moveset. This NPC, kind of right here, you can kind of use your blaster and fire this guy. Who cares? He's called, was it the old master? I'm not sure. He packs a punch. Know that much. Closer. Oof. He has the basically one of the katanas of the game, and oof, god, he can one-shot you. Be very careful. Oh, I haven't fought you at this level in so long. Or I might just wait. Go off the cliff. There we go. Oh, that was horseshit, and he knows it. It forced me to get stuck on the ledge. That's... kind of ridiculous. Sorry if you hear noises in the background. This mic is actually really new, really sensitive. It's awesome. But you can hear a lot more noises from me than normal, and honestly, that's kind of on me because I didn't realize how sensitive this mic would be. But it's just how it's going to be for a little bit. So this guy is actually very parryable if you're up for it. I don't think I am, but we're going to try it just because, honestly, parrying him just a tad would be really good practice for what I'm going to have to probably do later. I mean, I couldn't even, given I tried to parry 2 attacks, I'm relatively sure on parryable by next game here. Yeah, if you want to go the game with a shield, this first starting shield that you get on Mercenary is really good. Oh. I see. It's deeply unfortunate. Alright, we're gonna cheese the scat a little bit. I know I said I wouldn't cheese. I totally lied. We're gonna have to just a tad. I'm sorry. Checking the time. I don't know if I've been recording this particular session. 21 minutes. Damn. Is it gonna be about 30 minutes or so? Probably less. I'll probably just change that to a black screen. See, look, a little bit of editing in there. But long story short, you're not really meant to kill the old master right off the bat. Oh shit! Did that on accident. A fun basic reminder, Dark Souls will kick your ass if you let it. Again, do not expect good parrying from me. I'm not good at it, I don't claim to be. PvP is a lot easier because people are spamming certain, a lot of things in PvE, or PvP, and so yeah, let's get you to swing, and, oh. So that little, okay, yeah, welcome to Dark Souls. I would say I'm getting tilted, and honestly, sadly, I don't ever really attempt this guy at this level, and I'm not surprised. I have not played through this game in about 4 months. I've been doing and beating through the first one. And expect Dark Souls related videos on my channel for a little bit. We're gonna grab my souls and we're gonna get out. Because honestly, dealing with him is giving me cancer. I don't know why you're not dying anymore. Alright, let's... Ooh. We are getting a lot of souls though, which means I could probably level up a shit though. I know this does not look very interesting. It's not for me either. Hey. Come on, come down here. Come on. Come on. Awesome. Come on. Here. Here. Oh, shit. It actually works out way better for us than it does for him, so high five, everybody. And let me show you why. So, actually, this is a relatively good lesson, because now we can pop all of these. So I am not a pro. I don't claim to be, but I would normally suggest that if you want to follow and kill the old master, cheese him. Just bring him over to that cliff kind of thing, get him really close to the edge, and kind of just let gravity do its work. Oh, right. That's the special of this weapon is like a whirlwind blade, and it's probably one of my favorite little. I wouldn't say, but this, yeah, that's super fun to do in PvP and PvE, but mostly. So we have the Uchi Katana and Master's Attire. This is why I would say pick it up, because at level 1 the Mercenary can wield it full attributes, and it's a super good weapon. Honestly, it'll be our backup weapon. See, it packs a hell of a punch, especially for this early in the game. It is really good, and I honestly don't know what else to tell you. It's just a pretty good weapon. Period. Even if you can't wield it at full attributes, it's not half bad, but definitely two-handed until you get to here. This is the Firekeeper, aka the best waifu in basically all of gaming. Yes.
I tend to the lords have left their thrones, and must be delivered to them. To this end, I am at thy side.
Okay.
Very well, then take nourishment.
Okay. So, I believe the thing missing was that one. Now this is going to be a weird suggestion, but if you were playing through for the first time,
Ash may the flames.
I would suggest, under all circumstances, you boost.
Well, you're not going to be conniption, and it'd have us seek the lords that we're taught, don't you?
I would suggest that at all points in time, you.
I am a weapon. I've not submit Lady Ash as is that.
Okay, so let me give a quick rundown. Now, through this series, I'll probably talk a little about the lore of this game. Awkward over there actually has a few cool quest items. Not really quests, but just if you come back to him at certain times, he'll give you decent items. Firekeeper, she's big to the ending that I'm gonna get in this playthrough. She, the handmaiden.
How well met. How may I?
There's particular things of Ash scattered through the game, and she will let you upgrade those. And actually, now that I'm on, I can do this. Right. So, or let you upgrade. She'll let you get like different items, different sets. I'll show off.
I am Andre.
And then, long story short, this is the.
Pretty be careful, I don't want
This is Andre. He will be kind of our blacksmith. And so you're probably wondering why I have these two dual wielded. It's because if I click this, like the Uchi Katana, I hold this, I now have my skill sets. So it's just kind of an easy way to keep track. We're gonna keep the Uchi out. I'll keep the Uchi out for a bit. It's probably a more realistic weapon we have. This is important. This tree, one, besides being a really sad homage to Dark Souls 2 boss, also is really valuable. Alright, I haven't done this jump in, oh my god, let's not even talk about it. Okay, so this is probably going to be a harder part if you don't own a controller. For me, I own one. I don't use one to play Dark Souls 3, though. I actually prefer a mouse and a keyboard for it. There we go. So that little jump lets you get up here early. Normally you have to buy a 20,000 souls key from Firekeepers, or from the Handmaiden. I didn't show it, but that is where you get this. And if you walk along here, one, you meet Pickle P and Pickle Rum. Actually, or Pumper Rum. And actually, wait, let me see something. I think this. Show it go. Sort. Sort this. Drop. Info. Just drop. Sort. Where the hell is drop? Do I have to click? Okay. Yes. No, I wasn't dropping. Alright, well there we go. That's the shard. Very useful. Leave? Yes. I believe if I leave one here. No. Is it not Ember? I swore you leave an Ember here. Okay, well that's this. Leave one of these. Oh, no, I don't. I left two. Okay, I'll screw it. Let me check the record time real quick. Okay. We'll make this episode a little longer. That all works out. So the Estus Shard will get you an extra thing of Estus, which is really useful regardless of your class. And then this little illusionary wall will lead you to here. And lead you to, in my opinion, the most valuable part of this whole thing, the covetous Serpent's Ring. Now what this ring does is it allows you to get more souls from monsters, bosses, people. Doesn't really matter, you will get just more. And that's a pretty big deal in the early game. In the late game, it means not as much. You're normally going to be able to level up after bosses. Alright. And honestly, I think we're just ending the episode there. Firelink Shrine is kind of where this whole thing ends. So thanks for watching, guys. Honestly, sorry for the derpiness of the master. I'll just add an encounter for fucking up with him. But honestly, it's not surprising. I'm not sorry. But thanks for watching, guys. And as always, stay cool, stay safe. And motion motion.